Uh, uh, nah. Now, I thought that Ulalek was going to be the better one compared to Aslask, which are the Commander Precon commanders that are in Arena. But I don't know. I actually think Aslask is probably slightly better. The reason is that dropping a 5-drop these days, having it last a turn, it's just so difficult. And Ulalek does shit all when you cast it. You're basically paying 5 mana, really complex mana as well, for a 2/5. And it only kicks in the following turn if, firstly, you have Eldrazi, and secondly, if you have the colorless mana to spend. It's really difficult in this format because you also want to have the other 5 colors to cast all the other good stuff. You could just go colorless, but I feel like we've seen those decks so many times, it's just going to have, the colorless mana doubler, and you're going to have the high end of Ulamog, Kozilek, Emrakul. It's just kind of boring, that version, and it doesn't really synergize with this anyway. Yes, the cast triggers will double if you play double colorless, but you're not going to get 2 legends because the legend rule will prevail and they will die. You could put Hall of Mirrors in or whatever, but I don't know. That feels really clunky. I mean, even with that, I feel like the deck's really clunky. As I said, resolving this for 5 and then casting stuff after, it's really mystical fantasy land. If you think this is going to work, I don't know why this got so much hype. Well, maybe it didn't, but I feel like a lot of other creators made a big deal out of this. But it's just weird considering this is combining Ulamog and Kozilek. It doesn't feel like the abilities complement that cohesion. But regardless of the criticisms off the bat, it's going to be tough. Also, it seems to be in tier 1 LQ higher, which is quite ridiculous how slow it is. I don't know why it's that high. But I had to make the deck pretty cheap as well, so we don't actually have any of the big Eldrazi, because if you can't copy him, I just didn't see the point of making a synergy deck which doesn't copy. So I've had to think really outside the box. A lot of the workforce in the deck is a lot of commons and uncommons. Wasteescape Battle Mage is pretty interesting when you cast it, but even then, with the kicker cost, it's just so mana intensive. I don't really know what they were thinking when they designed this. It just feels so clunky. I think paying 2 colorless, maybe 1 colorless, I don't know, in this day and age, especially for the casting costs, I just feel like it just doesn't do anything that important. I mean, and you got exciting things which are commons, which kind of feels weird to say, but Writhing Chrysalis comes in, it makes 2 spawns, but whenever you sacrifice a spawn or Eldrazi, you put counters on this. Now, with this on a stack, you could use the spawns to pay the cost, I think, because they're both cast triggers. And you can reorder the stack to get a copy of Writhing Chrysalis. But even then, getting 2 of these out, is that really going to win the game? I mean, I did earlier having it out, but because my opponent really didn't have anything else. Getting 2 Thought Knot Seers, even Thought Knot Seer doesn't feel that good these days. You're not, for 4 mana these days, you really just want to be discarding or exiling a card. The fact this gets rid of 1 and then they draw 1, it feels a lot like a 4 mana, I don't know, just you kind of looting the hand. I feel like Thought Knot Seer hasn't aged that well. On a 4/4 body, doesn't do anything else. It's okay. You can get rid of disruption, but that's also why I had to support the deck with just a few cards that don't really feel like they belong here. Like Teferi just stops opponents casting stuff in your turn, bounces stuff, draws a card. Vivian Regis to give us a bit of value. Without any creatures, it was just really difficult because creature-based, tribal-based decks just suffer from board wipes so hard, and this is no different. Obviously, you got Vanquisher's Banner. I used to have the Lit Jara copy enchantment and a few other tribes matter cards, but again, it's just so goddamn slow. So you're telling me that you want to play Vanquisher's Banner, then the next turn Ulalek, and then what? You've literally done nothing for 10 mana. This is such a feel bad commander, and I don't know. I think it's definitely designed for 4-player commander, because in those formats you just get a bit more time to do your thing. Like, can you just imagine trying to resolve an Echoes of Eternity? I mean, I'm trying my best with this guy. It just felt really difficult and so many hoops to jump through just to get 1 copy. And a lot of the time, I never got a single copy and managed to win a few games that way. I'd say some of the weird, interesting things that help support the deck. I really like back Alley Gardener because it's just the other issue with 5 color is there's so many choices. You have to ask yourself, what color synergies do you put in? And with this deck, you can literally go so many different directions, and it is difficult. But I like back Alley Gardener because it just helps you ramp anything which just cares about creatures coming in and then ramping. It's just going to be kind of nice. We also have a Tulane, which is interesting because this is a cast trigger, and Ulalek cares about cast triggers, even from non-Eldrazi. So it cares that you cast an Eldrazi spell, but then if you pay cost, you can copy all spells you control and copy all other activated and triggered abilities you control. So let's say you have Tulane out and Ulalek, and then you cast an Eldrazi, you pay 2, you'll then be able to draw 2 cards and play 2 lands. So with Tulane, that's pretty cool. I did toy about with some other cast triggers, but this seemed to be like one of the best triggers really out there. You have to kind of find abilities that trigger on casting creature, which is not that common, especially for things we want to do. But yeah, I wish you luck, anybody making this deck. It's just really not that great, to be honest. And if you're a fan of Eldrazi, I think Azlask is better because it's 3 mana. It just makes your tokens Annihilator. And this, weirdly enough, this is the one that sells the precons. The precons that cost 50 to 70 quid, dollars. It's just a lot of money. And upon inspection, it looks cool, but my goodness. And yet, the dream scenario on paper would be cast on Ulamog, pay an extra 2, exile 4 permanents. But I mean, by that point, isn't that just a bit win more? I don't know. You tell me in the comments below what you feel about Ulalek. I just think in this 1v1 format that cares about aggression and speed, dropping this for 5 for 2/5 that does nothing is just disappointing. Top of that, land base is just ridiculous as well, because you just need all the support for 6. It's basically a 6-color deck, just due to the color support needed. I mean, as I said, you could just go straight up colors, but then it just kind of loses any. I don't know. It's very misleading. I'll be interested to see how you guys build it. No doubt someone will say, "Oh, I've built this wrong." Okay, sure. I've built it wrong. Sure, let's just say that for stuff. I've built a lot of decks, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got the finger on this one. Let's see how well the games go. But yeah, personally, I'm not too enamored by this one. But yeah, the channel is focusing on the reality and the truth of cards. I'm not just going to say everything's good because that's just not realistic.
Huh. What is it, Otacon?
Hey Snake, have you thought about getting some more subs and some views?
Yeah, we could do some new subs. How are they gonna do that?
Yeah, you can just do that below.
Go ahead and click like and subscribe below.
Another goddamn tough matchup. Oh boy, playing on the Fridays, playing on the Saturdays. Oh, it's such a joy. Oh god. Okay. This is quite demoralizing. And I've just realised, yeah, after playing some playtesting, Urza's Incubator does nothing with... Actually, we'll go for the... Yeah, we'll go for that. It's like a little decoy spell, right? Again, we either draw the Ulalek or we draw all the Eldrazi. We never have both available at all times. See, they're going to kill that. There you go, decoy spell. Decoy spell. Right. So now we need white. White and a colourless will do. Now, how are we going to beat them when we don't have any synergy whatsoever? This is rough, isn't it? Very, very rough. I feel like the game doesn't have any win cons, but also by having just the Eldrazi big win cons is so boring. So I've really just shot myself in the foot here, to be perfectly honest. But ooh, okay.
Sorry, I'm late.
So now they can't cost off an hour turn, which is good.
I have a plan.
Okay, more lands. Right. See if we can kill them with the Elvish Mystic Tribe. Maybe the Hope Ender Coatl will actually do some work here. Inherited Envelope. Flavorful. Whoa, lots of flavour. Missing their 4th land? They got it. They got it. Okay. So we're leaving the 3 mana up.
That's more like it.
4, 5. What's he? 4, 5, 6. Oh. So they might not suspect we have anything here, but see how it goes. We really want them to get really vivacious with their manners. Okay, so they've got 6. Go on, do the Sauron, do the Sauron. Please. Oh, why? Why you do this? Oh, that sucks. That sucks so bad. See? Doesn't do anything. Comes down, doesn't do anything. It sucks, man. Such a sucky card. This cost me a mythic, rare, wild card to get this. And they're still leaving tactical mana up. What is this going to be? A mana drain? Probably. So they can't respond with spells with Teferi out, so
I've got time.
let's just swing in for 2. Okay. They can use the treasure map, annoyingly. Oh, God. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter that they use Feed the Swarm on Ulalek. That's not too bad. It's just... I just wish they just played bloody Sauron there. I really want them to tap out and play Sauron. Please. Please. Time Warp. Oh, my frigging hell. Why are they playing around us so hard? Come on! This is the curse, right? Everyone thinks because we've got blue up, we have counter magic. And we do. But that's the point. Because there's so much of it, people expect it. So, it is annoying. It is annoying. Please don't join on the land. Just play Sauron. Just do it. Why are they playing Dark Ritual? Just play Sauron. Ashiok. I'm just so confused right now. What the hell is going on, guys? Why are they not just playing Sauron? Come on. They've clearly got mana drain on, haven't they? That is blue mana drain mana. I have never seen someone be so freaking cautious in my entire life. Slip up. Slip up now. I'm demanding you to slip up. But the thing is, they can't actually counter us because they can't play spells on our turn. Which is interesting. I wonder if they actually thought of that.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Ah. Strange, right? Ashiok is going to be really annoying. Okay. I mean, it's getting to a point where the Glaring Fleshraker could do some work. Have they really got some kill spells here they want to use? Interesting. Well, they can't use it anyway because Teferi. Okay, well, we'll see what they got. We still have 3 mana up, but it's not going to matter now because they've got so much mana. But keeping the Teferi alive is going to be really important because we need him to be able to target the Sauron because it's got ward, sack a legendary artifact or creature. And again, they've got all the mana up. What is going on? And there's Sauron. With 4 mana up this time. Heartless freaking act. That's so annoying. Okay, let's try and kill Sauron here. We're going to sacrifice the Teferi to do this. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good at all. Oh, no, you have to... Oh, legendary artifact or creature. Well, you know, it kind of worked out anyway, right? My god, did they have a counterspell for this? So they did have counterspell the whole freaking time. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, jeez. So infuriating. This is the worst experience I've had in such a long time. There's nothing I can do now. There is literally nothing I can do. They've got an Ashiok online that can minus and make blockers every turn. Teferi can't do anything. We've got really terrible attackers. Yeah, that is a literal. This deck, this commander is a pile of shit, and the algorithm shifting me in the direction is also a huge pile of shit. And it's just really upsetting to think sometimes you play Magic and there is nothing you can do. Just, no matter what I do, this has basically been put into the wrong bracket, man. Look at the deck and tell me you think it belongs here. Yeah, just incredibly painful. I cannot believe how terrible WotC are at putting things in the wrong or right place. The opponents today have just, destroyed us. But there you go, yeah. We've lost this one as well. Oh, dear. Okay, we'll try this hand out. Seems okay. Turn 1 Esper Sentinel's always nice, and it feels like it betrays the... It really does betray the tribe, being Eldrazi, but it's just such a good one-drop. You just can't miss out. Especially when every opponent and the mum is playing the most powerful versions of decks. We currently have no kill spell for 6 as well, which is a bit concerning, but 2-drop. Let's go for this. The Waste-Scapes Battle Mage does seem like it's something that you might want to get out, but it's kind of selective. Oh, Dryad. So we can actually kill the Dryad with the Broken Bond. Let's correct this. We need red, green, black. So maybe like a Jundi colour here. It's always the last place you look, isn't it? Okay, so try and kill the Dryad. Put a land card onto the battlefield. Nice. So perchance we just happen to get a bit lucky with the mana there. They've all got 2 cards left, kind of interesting. But they're probably going to be really good cards. Odric has Lem. Oh dear. So now we will struggle. That has changed the whole flow of the game, I think. Eldrazi. Elvish Mystic. Oh my goodness, we're going to get absolutely battered here. So knowingly, that as Incubator does nothing for the Ulalek. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. And now they're going to hit us and play something. Yeah, if it wasn't for this, would be fine, but I think we're just probably going to lose now. And what do they get? They get an Elvish Rejuvenator. Oh, it could be worse, I suppose. And then go for 6. Looks like 6 doesn't really matter in the deck, although it does let them... do a lot of stuff. Infernal Grasp was... we probably want to kill the Edric Hazlem here, aren't we? But then it becomes a bloody 10 or more permanents. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What's the point? That's really difficult to get rid of. Really difficult. Yeah, I think we're just really screwed here. So we basically need to kill it in their turn. Otherwise... oh, it just feels wrong. Feels so wrong. Ten or more permanents. So it's basically ascend, right? You may put a land card from them. Okay. Okay. I mean, killing the 6 is fine, but they can recast it. Oh my goodness. Man, today is not going well at all. So they're going to steal my turn, and yeah. That is utterly horrendous. Emrakul. It's kind of sad that you're just facing a green player, then suddenly Emrakul comes out. And they're going to play that. And bounce Elvish Mystic. No? Okay. And they're going to crack the Mind Stone. Wonderful. Liliana. Well, that doesn't do anything either, so we're just completely dead. Yeah. That's just that's what it's been like all day. Facing decks like this. Absolutely painful. There is literally nothing we can do. Play that. Play that. They swing over the top. We don't have any removal. So yeah, let's call that a game. Oh, painful. Absolutely painful. Alright, we'll keep this. Seems pretty decent, actually. So we kind of want white, green, blue. So a Bant Triland, I believe, will be nice. Did we not put one in? No, we did. We did. Sparrow's Headquarters. I was questioning myself there. We should have all 10 Triomes in here. Arcane Signet. So the command's going to come in very nicely in the following turn. Hopefully. Well, actually, it's not going to come in nicely because we don't have the mana. We're actually missing the operative mana there, red and black. Druid class. Thoughtseize. Oh no. I really liked my hand. Oh, the way the opponent's curse sifts through your hand, it feels so wrong. Feels so goddamn wrong. You all know what I mean. They got rid of the swords though, which is the one I was least excited about. Okay. Well, what do we do? Guess we give a Sentinel and Reshaper. And if they do go for Gitrog next turn, we can use the Fractured Identity on it, which actually is better than the swords. So I shouldn't really complain too much. We've got blue, white. So I think we need to go for a red or black source, really. So they know we have the identity, so they might feed us a card they don't want to give us. Solemn Simulacrum. Well, that isn't that exciting. Man, Thoughtseize feels so wrong. Feels so wrong, especially when it's all the time, but... Oh, we actually naturally drew one. Let's go for Ulalek then, if that's the case. I always seem to... I can either get Ulalek out or have a hand of colourless things. Interesting, really. I can never seem to have both Ulalek and colourless things. We both draw a card here, basically. The fact they blocked... Interesting. We have an extinction event. Odd. Sadly, their commander is odd as well, so odds would actually wipe out all of ours. We definitely don't want to do odd. At the same time, though, they know we have this. So whatever they give us that's good, we're going to get. So they're going to have to be very careful about that. E to extinction. Oh, okay. They're just going to get rid of our commander. But I mean, I normally would be upset, but in this case, I'm really not that bothered. Another fetch land that goes away. I mean, it's all before Gitrog monster, so it doesn't... It's just meaningless. This is all just meaningless gump, really. So you want to get red or black. We still need the other colour. So swing in. They're holding back something good. Being very hesitant. But they looked at the hand. So they saw what we had. They made their choice. Ancient Green Warden. That's even, so I'm actually very tempted to use Extinction Event on that. Because otherwise the extinction event. It's not going to go down so well with the Gitrog. Oh, and a fragment as well. That is even, right? Yeah, just making sure. So it looks like we're just going to take him out with Mana Dorks and a Sentinel. Fair enough. And they might be able to take us out with a creature they make from the Druid class. Somewhat scarily, their Blast Zone at the moment could actually kill off our whole field, which is a bit annoying, but... That is actually kind of annoying, I have to say. We are in trouble now, which is weird. Okay, we can block. So we'll get a few triomes here. Such a nice ramp spell there. We might as well attack with 1, 2, 3. As I said, their Blast Zone is just going to make light work. So, you know. I really wish we just had another kill spell that could kill that land, though. Would be nice. We're really holding back. 8. Yeah, we'll chomp that. I don't really want to go down to half. As if a Druid class is killing us here. That's so embarrassing. Oh, it's so embarrassing. Blast Zone goes away. I could have, in theory, used a Fragment on the Arcane Signet to get a 1-drop there, but... World Shaper. Maybe we get a copy of that. Guardian Project. Okay, well... I don't really know what to say about that. So if this dies, they get loads of lands back. How many have they got? 3. Fair enough. Why are they looking at Druid class there? Not sure. Oh no, they got a Scoot Swarm. We've literally just made them win, really. That's actually the worst. That is actually the worst case scenario I could have imagined. Really? Oh boy. That is so bad. Dryad. Okay. Well. How the hell do we... I don't know. So we'll get a Gitrog. And then we just die to the Druid class. Because apparently none of our removal was available at the right time. And they've got Scoot Swarms now, which we've given them. Yeah, this is so painful. Oh, and they had another removal spell. So we are just dead. My god, talk about absolutely lucky. Sometimes this is how the game goes, right? You get absolutely trounced, you use a terrible kind of commander, and your opponent has all the cards, but there you go. So yeah, just a little note at the end of the video. I don't normally do these outros anymore, but I was so pissed off with this, I just had to just get it off my chest. Don't craft it, guys. This is an absolute con. So many reasons. It's just a shit commander for this format. And there will be people angry with me saying that, but it is. It's just terrible. Also, it's in the wrong queue. I don't know why the hell it's in a hell queue. It doesn't make any sense, especially if you just go... Like, the queues we've established now are based on the weighting of each individual card being powerful. Yes, the land base is insane. Land base is insane. But I don't even think they count these a lot. They're just lands that give you colour. They're not actually utility lands. None of them are utility lands. And none of the Kamigawa ones, for instance. look at my mythics and rares and tell me that this belongs in Hellkey. It doesn't really make sense unless the Ulalek card is just weighted impossibly high by itself, which would answer that. But if that's the case, then nobody in their right mind is ever going to have a good time using this. The fact I've not even seen a single person in the queue use this as well just, goes with what I've said. It's terrible, and I don't normally like making videos like this to just showcase something really terrible, but it happens from time to time. It happened with the first Emrakul that came into the format. I mean, even the second one's not too great. But yeah, it's painful to have to just say that some things don't work, and that's just how it is. Some things do not work, and this video turned out to be a lost compilation. But I honestly, it's really weird. It's like trying to make a nice cake, and you've used all these lovely ingredients, and you make it, and it comes out well, and it looks good, and you taste it, and you think, my God, this tastes shit. And that's what Ulalek is. No matter how many iterations or versions of this deck I've tried many, many versions. None of them worked. And when you have to start putting stuff in like Ragavan and Rustic Study and Black Market Connections and Liliana, which is the stuff I normally always use, but when the deck relies on those staples rather than the actual synergy of the deck, something's horribly wrong. So until they fix the queue, avoid this at all costs like the plague. It's just shit. I don't care what LVD or CGB says, it's shit. Right? Just don't listen to the thumbnails and stuff. It's it's terrible. But yeah, I'm just trying to save you some wildcards at the end of the day. That's what I'm trying to do. And colour support, I've said it so many times, they've had a lot of stuff, but it's still in a terrible place. If our best 4-drop is a Thought Not Seer, I don't really know what to say. I mean, there's stuff like Sowing Microspawn and some others. Random stuff. I don't know, just avoid it. Null Drifter's okay. 3 mana, draw 2 cards, fine. But yeah, there we go. Avoid at all costs. Avoid. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you want to.